Here we are, hitting up events, drinking our way through Chicago beer, and trying not to miss a thing.
Yeah, because, the cork popped out, boom, it flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it.
All you have to do is add some fruit, stir it up, and ride that milk-shaped wave.
Whenever I see him, I gotta take a photo with the most decorated brewer in Chicago, Jonathan Cutler.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. You ever go to, every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Sometimes you want a small beer, but really, you want a big beer.
You gotta take in all those big aromatic hops.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Waiting in line for a bottle release?
You should have never been a fad. The black IPA is delicious.
Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Brad, what's up, man? I'm Nik White.
Black Friday edition.
Yeah, man. How you feeling, man? You get all your all 6 of your bourbon counties?
I stocked up. I have a whole, cellar now full of like 80 or 90 of them.
Did you really?
No.
Oh. I mean, those are all the photos I'm seeing. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are crazy.
I mean, it's a tradition to go out on Black Friday. And, I do the flight at Clybourne or line up at Costco or wherever you go and try to get as many as you can.
Or I think Delilah's had the flight.
Delilah's had a serious vintage blowout.
Yeah.
Plus all the modern stuff, all this year stuff. And, but, it was like, we were talking in the pre-show, man. The price on some of this stuff is, pretty high.
Right.
Like, I think the 2-year barley wine, I believe, is $40 at Jewel Osco.
Okay, and then if you're finding it at somewhere like a Miska's or something, it's probably 60, 80.
And there's more than likely a caveat. I think if you got in at all, the stores had to purchase a high quantity of all this stuff. So I know Jewel is making you buy an OG, and then you can buy any of the variants you want. So if I go to Jewel and get a $40 barley wine, I'd probably pay $10 or more for the OG. Now you're talking $50, $60 for 2 bottles of beer. Which, depending on who you are, that's not a big deal.
And they are worth trying.
I mean, the barley wine is delicious. Prop is delicious,
But we are not drinking stouts on Black Friday. We're going wet hopped West Coast Pilsner.
The unofficial Half Acre beer podcast strikes again. This is Pseudomorph from Balmoral.
It's been a while since we've had a Half Acre beer, really.
It's true.
We didn't even have Lagertown in the Oktoberfest lineup.
Shit. We sure didn't. Yeah. It's Citra and Simcoe and a wet hop West Coast Pilsner, Brad.
Mm-hmm. It delivers.
This is delicious. They got this thing going where they do not put the ABV on their stuff anymore.
Really?
I've seen this the last time we had one. We were kind of wondering.
I guess since it's not hitting the store shelves, they don't have to.
Yeah, it's got to be it, right?
Yeah. I forget. I feel like it's in the fives. Because I had this when I went there, and that's what kind of made me pick up the 4-pack. I was like, that was just really good.
Yeah.
We needed some Half Acre beer here.
It's got the soul of a Pilsner, but it's got that IPA attitude,
Yeah.
I love how fragrant and hoppy it is, but they're not like the big tropical hops, if you will.
Right.
It's kind of like a nice soft classic hop profile.
It reminds me, it's like a new take on Gossamer. That's what it gives. It gives me a little Gossamer vibes.
Yeah.
And just brings you home.
I know Gossamer in name, but yeah, I can't. I'm so far removed from the last time I had one.
Okay.
I was an overale guy when Gossamer and overale are out.
Okay.
I like the multi overale. But yeah, the good old days, man. Half Acre.
Yeah. So we'll probably
Proper glassware, by the way.
Yeah.
Nice job.
We'll probably crush these 4-pack here as we go over this past week. On the last episode, Nick was telling me all about his adventures while I was gone, and it sounds like
we're doing it in reverse. It's like I'm listening to this Drake and 21 Savage album, and they got some songs together, but then it's like he's got a song, he's got a song.
Oh, interesting.
It's kind of going back and forth.
Yeah,
this is
so
the Brad song.
Now I got to tell you what I did, because I was like, oh shit, I gotta do some stuff. I gotta make up for what I missed out on. So yeah, I mentioned going over to Half Acre, ended up getting some food. They have a very limited lunch menu, but had the burger there.
And I know they do wraps, right? No?
That was at the old spot.
Oh.
This is at the Balmoral, the one and only.
So here's your burger, huh?
They have like a burger and like a knotwurst and another kind of burger. So
I'm in on the knotwurst. Bring on the knotwurst.
okay.
Yeah.
I went burger. I was like, I hadn't had a burger for at least a month or so because half that time was in Italy. I don't know. I never saw a burger there.
They don't do burgers in Italy, huh?
I saw McDonald's, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, fuck that. Even if you get the adult Happy Meal, it's still McDonald's.
Right.
You know?
So had this beer. That was just a lunch kind of stop. And then I also went over to Cruz Blanca for lunch the other day too. I was downtown, and then I was like, I'm gonna go to Haymarket for lunch. They're not open for lunch.
So weird.
I didn't check because I was like, oh, how far is this on the map? And I didn't even notice that it said closed. And I pulled on the door. I was like, huh? And then I had to look it up. I was like, what? Is it a holiday? Like, what happened here?
Like in Haymarket,
Was it Thanksgiving? No.
Haymarket needs to be open for lunch. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it's the closest brewery to downtown, right? Like, I mean, Crush by Giants and Adams Street. But of the West Loop breweries, Haymarket's the closest brewery to the downtown.
Right. And where I'm at, I think Adams Street and Haymarket are almost like the same distance. Yeah. So I'd probably do that next time. So I looked at Haymarket is only open for lunch on Fridays. And they open a little earlier, I think, on Thursdays. But it has to be a COVID staffing thing. That place is giant. If they don't think they can get the people in, why have the staff, right?
Yeah, I've been there a few times, and there's a very limited crew. Like one dude running bar, one dude running tables, and that's all you see.
But I wonder if you're not open. Like, I tried to go there. I didn't go. Am I going to remember to go back like anyone else? Like, if you can't go when you want to go, do you go out of your way next time, or you're like, they're probably closed, I'm not even gonna go there? That's
interesting, yeah, because they have like your classic kind of American fare menu, right? It's something and it's always good. Their beer and their food have always been on par. It's not one of these places where one's better than the other. It's always a good hang on both sides when you go to this place.
Right.
So I'm surprised about that, especially being over there, man. But maybe shit, like you said, it's either staffing or maybe cost of food's high, or
maybe after the winter, maybe they'll try to see what the spring looks like, as everything's kind of back open and all those people are in the office more, the Google people and Facebook, whatever else is over there.
Yeah, and I'm sure it goes up and down because they got the killer patio space, and not a lot of spaces over there have the patio. They got a lot of outdoor space compared to other spots over there.
It's true. So it's like, I guess I'll go to Cruz Blanca and see if they're open.
Yeah.
So they're open for lunch.
Nice.
Just downstairs, not upstairs.
Oh, yeah. I think upstairs is like a weekend kind of event thing.
Yeah. I grabbed a seat at the bar. I think I just got like the Vamonos, or just like the
Mexican lager?
Yeah. So it was fine. And I got some quesadillas, but I really was just going to get the 4-pack then. I wanted like Haymarket for some reason, and then I was like, I wasn't in the mood for tacos or anything. Yeah. But I was like, well, I guess I'll go and get the 4-pack because I'm right here.
You can get a nice vegan burger if that's your thing at Haymarket. They got the sweet potato tater tots at Haymarket. I'm a fan of those. They got pizzas. But
there's things I want. I didn't want tacos.
Right. Yeah. So way more options at a Haymarket.
But it was fine. Beer was tasty. I haven't jumped into this 4-pack. I think we'll probably open one after the show here.
Oh, you got the Luchadors.
The Luchador series.
Nice. Yeah. So it's 4 different ones. I think there's 6 Luchadors total. So no Ray Cuvée, because I think that's its own 4-pack. But I wonder what other one, right?
Is missing. Didn't make the cut.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll know.
Yeah. So look for that video on YouTube at another time. So we'll dive into 1 or maybe 2. We'll see. And it's Black Friday. We'll see what happens.
The more I hang out with Brad, man, he takes these holidays seriously. Blackout Wednesday, fucking St. Patty's Day, fucking Oktoberfest. Like Brad goes nuts on holidays now. That's becoming a pattern here.
That's just the thing. You gotta,
Go fucking wild. Go off.
speaking of that, yeah, the Blackout Wednesday, which is the day before Halloween, or not Halloween, before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And the idea is you don't have to work tomorrow, so you could just drink as much as you want.
The biggest drinking day of the year probably is Black Wednesday.
I don't know, it's probably St. Patrick's Day, right?
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't know either. St. Patrick's Day is, depending on the actual St. Patrick's Day, might be on a weekday. And it might not be the tee up that Blackout Wednesday is.
Sure.
Right? But St. Patrick's Day weekend, oh, definitely. Definitely, yeah.
But it was busy out there this year because the weather was nice.
Oh, man. Are you kidding me, man? 50s?
So
Feels like-
first stop was Begyle. They had the garage doors open. People are hanging out outside. Hardly anyone. No, it was busy inside, but not as many people inside. More people outside.
Having ourselves a proper fall weather-wise, right? Like, it's nice.
It's warmer
It's
than
too
fall.
warm. It's balmy. I mean, I feel like
Not
this,
balmy, but it's just like it should be brisk. That not you don't have your windows open. Kind
Yeah, it's like 50s, like high 50s.
of. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm here for it. Bring it on.
I like it, but it's really messing. Like places are a little too busy.
Oh yeah, well yeah, also that.
I saw Kevin there. He was there with his family.
Cheers to Kevin, Carey, and the whole crew, man. I think they just turned 10. I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he gave me a 4-pack of their pajama series, which also included Batch 1000.
Oh, dude.
Which we have 2 other batch number bottles.
That's right. Because we've had the other one. I'm assuming it's 500, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but for some reason I think we have a 200
Damn.
or a 400 or something like that. I think we had
I feel like that's a lot of milestones. You blessed the 1000, right? Batch 1000. BCS was batch 1000. I get that.
Yeah.
Right? But they're doing them like, they seem like these increments
I
are.
think you have to stop after 1,000.
Right.
Maybe you can go 5,000.
What was I going to say? Is the Imperial Pajamas at a mix pack as well?
Sort of. It's also like the Luchador series where there are 2 that don't make the cut.
Oh, man.
The Blanton's barrel and one of the other barrels are in bottles.
You know what's good is the one we had from them previously was the one with cinnamon in it.
Yeah, that one.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. They use those Sangamore rye barrels. They did a good job last year. I remember on those.
Yes, I think the 4-pack had Batch 1000, vanilla, cinnamon, and one other. I can't remember.
Man, I like Kevin Carey, man. He's a fun guy, and he's committed to the big beard, big hair. Ever since the first day I met him, he's always been that guy. Yeah.
But Begyle, we usually start there. It's the time I get my Christmas sale from them.
Okay.
I think I don't end up. I maybe will get a 4-pack later on at some point in the season, but I get it there. It kicks off the Christmas sale season. It's time. As we drink our hot pills now.
I'm still reeling from Oktoberfest. I'm still reeling from St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing Christmas beers nonstop.
Oh man.
Rough. Christmas beers are all over the place in general. Like Beguile's is good, but it's not maybe interesting. It's like it's not heavily spiced, but it's not. It just feels like a good malty beer. So I know some people maybe don't like it because it doesn't give you those Christmas sale vibes.
Interesting.
But I like it. Yeah.
I remember we got nice and tipsy off Oktoberfest, and I forgot that that's a thing. Because when we have the full pints, I never really got really fucking buzzed.
Off Oktoberfest? Yeah.
Until we did like all 30 of them or whatever. This is really good, by the way, this fucking Half Acre thing.
I know, it's good. And then we decided to hit up Dovetail after that. And
The old Dovetail.
I ordered up the crew that was with us. There was 6 of us, I think. We got a tray of Kolsch.
The motley crew.
11 little Kolsch's.
Do not serve. I need to know the name of these little cups. Because there's a name for them.
the little skinny Kolsch glasses. And so we ordered a tray of 11 Kolsch's. One guy he wanted the Chardonnay Creek that they had. Chardonnay beer.
A Stange.
Stange.
Stange. Probably Stange.
Okay.
That sounds fancier.
So I feel like 11 was perfect for basically 5 people who were drinking them. Everyone got 2 plus whoever finished first got the bonus.
Nice.
And so that was a nice quick little stop. Then we went over to Hop Butcher.
Hop Butcher for the world, man.
Right. Currently in the Half Acre old space. This is week 2 for them, I think.
The artist formerly known as South Loop Brewing Company.
Yeah. And they did nothing. You've been there. They did nothing in this space. Literally.
No, well, they put the instead of the Half Acre bear, there's an eagle on the wall.
Oh, yeah. Well, so like swapped a picture. Literally did nothing.
It's a portrait, It's a portrait. It definitely keeps the same aesthetic. It's not okay. So it's more of, if you guys are old enough, it's the break room to Finch. In that same space when Twisted Hippo went there, it became a completely different space.
Right.
But the break room to Finch transition very much felt very similar.
Right.
It's more like that.
But you also go in there and you're like, why did it take so long to open? What are you doing? You don't even have food.
Oh, Brad.
You literally could have just changed the sign. You could have.
Well, what about the sign out front? Maybe it was a sign out front. I don't know. Because they had the tank, right? They had the tanks, and that was there was a whole thing about, hey, these tanks used to be at, I forget the West Coast brewery name, but it started there, and then it's got Half Acre. Half Acre made this whole poem about how we're so excited to pass these tanks along, and so they had the tanks, and they had a kitchen and a bar already set up. Half Acre did a really nice job of the reclaimed wood on the walls and the stools and the basic vibe that it is now.
It's the same thing. You can go there and see it.
Yeah. So something.
Well, we know that Half Acre took that liquor license, right? So that could have been the reason, but still, Hop Butcher, you had like 10 years to redo the space, or however long it took.
Like probably closer to 8 months or something.
You could have did anything else.
But I guess they walked in there and they probably had. I'm guessing that they probably had plans for the space and doing something different. And then when they got down to it, they're like, "Why would we do that?
Right?
Why can't you?" I think it makes more sense to just leave it the way it is, because Half Acre means a lot to so many people.
Sure.
So, and even to them as a crew, I think they kind of look up to Half Acre as a crew. So they're like, well, why would we change it?
But I go there and I'm like, I wish I could just get Half Acre beer. Like I got the Roost, the one that Half Acre. I was like,
yeah, that's the one that's like a straight up Centennial fucking
I'm here.
IPA.
I'm gonna drink Half Acre beer.
Right. I think what was I gonna say? I think from a Hop Butcher perspective, the win is that you get to drink Hop Butcher in the city, right? So they're like, we don't need to do anything to this space, because the win is that, hey, we're making our beer in the city, right? I think that's what they're going for.
Like it was.
What if it, Brad's like, no, I need more.
I
bells.
didn't really drink Hop Butcher beer previously, so I think I have no I don't care that it's Hop Butcher. I think that's my problem. Like I didn't drink Hop Butcher previously when I had it. I enjoyed it, but I never went on my way to get it or even pick it up. So now I'm there and I'm like, you didn't do anything. What are you taking my money for? You didn't do anything here. I think
that's the core of your position, right? It's like, because a lot of people, when you talk about what the best IPAs in the city are, you immediately want to say Hop Butcher, but you're like, oh wait, Hop Butcher's brewing in wherever Miskatonic is.
Okay.
Or they're not brewing in the city. They're brewing in Bedford Park, wherever the fuck. So for them to be one of the 5 best IPA producers in the area, they were never a city proper brewery. So I think that is part of the excitement that for people are jazzed about why they're there. Because they're top 5 all day long. for IPAs.
Okay.
All day long. You can't. I mean, I can't name 4 people to make IPAs better than Hop Butcher.
Okay.
You know. So
All right, maybe I just
trying to provide some balance in this episode here.
maybe now that they're here, I will go or like appreciate them more that I can actually get them. But
Yeah.
so maybe my opinion will change on them now. But I just felt like I would have. You could have done something else. Like the seating sucked at Half Acre, and it still sucks. Like you can only fit like 4 people at those tables. So if you have any more than that, it's very awkward.
Those I'm a big guy, so those tables are kind of small for me.
Yeah.
I prefer the stools along the wall, but then now you're staring at the wall.
Right.
Yeah.
So the seating is
So really
weird,
Yeah. I'm curious to know.
and you don't have food. So
First of all, how about you come on the show? But if they talk to someone, I'd like for them to kind of get into what the restrictions are in the space, or what they thought limitations were on the space, or why they decided to just kind of accent the previous space as opposed to overhauling everything. Like, there's a reason for it, right? I'm kind of curious. Now that we're talking about it, I'm kind of curious, you know?
yeah. Do you know if they have plans to do food there? Did they keep the kitchen?
Yeah, when I went, I think Nick was saying that they have a kitchen, and they're going to use it.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a plan. So,
Why isn't it up and going? People can't get people probably.
I
Probably
mean,
can't get
just like fucking.
Probably can't get people.
Yeah,
All right,
hey.
fair enough.
What I saw a sign. I was at Pequod's, and Pequod's had the restaurant next door said it's the new pandemic, so we're not open today. So the new pandemic is not COVID. The new pandemic is
Just not enough people.
not enough people. Yeah. Everybody's at home, I guess.
I guess that's it. But then that gets into the Haymarket thing. It's like, if I can't go to you, I'm gonna forget about you. Unfortunately.
It's rough out here.
Tough.
It's a rough crowd today. But so you had the roost.
Yeah, and that was tasty. That's all we got because at that point we were pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Then we were working our way to Simon's. We ended up grabbing a slice of pizza on our way up there. And then we went to Simon's for glug.
Oh man. So this is the warm glug.
Yeah.
The glug wine, spice wine.
Right, spice wine.
What do they serve this in?
Like little glass.
Like a little, like an Irish coffee kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get your cookie with it. Had a couple glugs and then, stand around for a while and done. Like 2 glugs. One guy we were with had 3 and I was like, you're pushing it. You can't do that.
You, sir,
You're going to be in trouble.
You, sir, are approaching the edge. Okay? You need to back away from that edge.
And it was a different
If
crowd.
anybody knows about the edge, it's Brad Chmielewski.
It was a different crowd in Simon's than I usually see going there. Like, basically, I could probably go twice a year for Andersonville Fest.
Oh, yeah, the Midsummer Fest is nice.
Right. And typically it's more divey, I don't know, just dive bar crowd.
Because it's like a cash-only joint. Yeah,
Right.
They serve these weird-ass. It's the only place I know that's doing the glug slushy and the glug wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a almost 50-50 split of guys and girls in there. And they did not look like they usually go there.
Oh,
But-
it kind of felt like a Wicker Park kind of crowd, or?
Yeah, but a little older. It's just
Got
like
it.
they weren't the Simon's dive bar people,
Yeah.
which is good for Simon's. Maybe I don't go enough, so maybe I didn't look like I'm supposed to be there.
That's funny. What's the name of that other bar that's right by Simon's? It has
Probably.
that's not Hopleaf. Not Simon's. They Acre.
Oh,
Is
I
that
think
still
that's
open?
gone.
Oh
That's
man,
yeah, that's been
they
gone.
had a really cool Brunswick bar, just like this beautiful oak bar that fucking took up the whole room.
Oh, nice.
It was always like where you would go there when Hopleaf was too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a gym now.
Damn, really?
Yeah, like not a Planet Fitness, but something like that.
So that's going back to the Half Acre Hop Butcher thing. That's the gift that Hop Butcher is giving you, is that it didn't turn into condos, right? Like, because
Okay.
that's what the old Atlas, a couple doors down from Delilah's, the old Burn City.
Yeah.
It's not a brewery anymore.
Okay.
You know, it's like some fucking it's some bullshit.
Okay, so
It's-
they keep it as a neighborhood thing.
right.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. I appreciate that.
All right, here we go.
Turning me into a Hot Butcher fan there. And then that was all my adventure.
I mean, you were down for the hang, man. I'm looking at Brad's feet, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, these dudes are getting after it. All I pictured was, the fucking when we did the march down 312 day.
Yeah, I was on my bike too for this event as well.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, we got after it a little too much at that one.
But
it was fun though.
No rain on this Wednesday.
That's a full route though, especially all those malt row stops and the glug wine.
The only problem is with that, and even when Empirical was there, and we were going to go to Spiteful and order pizza and have it delivered to Spiteful, but they were closed at 9:00 on Wednesday, and we were approaching we might be the last call, or we might get there and our pizza might, and we have to leave right away.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
there's literally no place to get food and drinks between Begyle. You could probably go to the new Land and Sea that was Fountainhead.
Oh, yeah.
But there's not you could go to Bad Apple, I guess.
Oh, and grab you a burger.
Yeah. But there's not a lot of good beer food options in that route, and that becomes a problem.
Oh, yeah, if you're doing the malt row romp,
Right.
Where the fuck do you eat?
Yeah.
That's true. Because the only time I really ever make it over to Malt Row is when they do these Festiversary things, where they did the Friday Night Flights thing.
Like sometimes Dovetail or Begyle will have a food truck during the week or on the weekends, but otherwise you have to order food and have it delivered or bring food to the place, which that's an option. But when you're doing I want to say a crawl like that or going to multiple places, you have to plan to be okay, we're going to order food now, then stop here for one beer. So then when we get to the third spot, our food should be there. Because you can't get to the spot and be all right, let's order food for here.
So Empirical's closed.
Urban Brew Labs
is closed. So Malt Row is basically Begyle, Hot Butcher, and Dovetail. Are we missing anybody? I feel like there were more, right? The Koval's a distillery, but we're still naming places with no food.
Right. I think there's a taco place next to Koval.
Oh, there is. It's not that great.
Oh.
It's kind of new money tacos, where the tacos are they're fine, but they're a little overpriced. It's fine.
Cultivate.
Oh, Forbidden Root.
Yeah, they have food.
They do have food.
I think we talked about that, and we didn't want to.
It's not you have to almost start there or end there, right?
Yeah, we just didn't want the experience of it.
And you ended it instead of ending at Cultivate, you ended at Simon's.
Yeah.
Which, and it was the launch of the Glugs. Too,
yeah.
So. All right, so. But if you're doing just a straight up Malt Row romp, you either start or stop at Cultivate.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. We figured it out.
Okay, that's where you got to eat. Don't have a choice. Yeah. But yeah, it was good. It was a good little run. Good Wednesday. Glad I made it to Hot Butcher. Got to check that out.
Yeah. Chicago's newest tap room, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And I had been to Begyle for, I don't know, earlier, sometime in the summer, and Dovetail. I think I didn't get to at all this year.
Yeah.
So it was good to hit it up.
Yeah. I think it's definitely the most concentrated block of breweries is Malt Row, right? You think about West Loop, right?
Brew yards? Or not district brew yards, the brewing district.
Brewing district. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I might take that back. Because over there you got Cobra
Technically
Lounge.
Forbidden Root, too. Forbidden Root, On Tour, Goose, Great Central, District Brew Yards, Cobra Lounge, Midwest Coast.
Oh shit! Yeah. So one of the two most concentrated. We'll say that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Yeah, good week, I guess. I may hit up something tomorrow. I haven't really decided if I want to drive far to check something out or just hit up a couple spots. I don't think I've been to Off Color all year.
Okay.
Just trying to think of some spots I haven't been to that I think about or I miss out on.
Yeah, I was at Crate and Barrel getting a vase, and I thought about hitting up Off Color.
Okay.
Because they just, I think the Mousetrap just turned 5.
Oh shit.
And that was where the unofficial after party for Phobab was.
Okay.
It was the only spot that made sense going back north.
Yeah.
Like go to Off Color.
Yeah, I might go over there. I think I got to go to Binny's and pick up some like Christmas gifts and some wine and stuff like that. So it's a good spot right there. Otherwise, you're going to Goose Island and
Get you some. You get your prop. You know what? Prop is not the same.
oh yeah, you were saying that.
It's not the same that we had. We had it it's such a volatile beer, man. Because I had it then like next day, like prop day or whatever. Like so maybe like 3 weeks later, right? And dude, you have to squeeze fresh lime in it to get that vibe that we had, you know.
I don't know if I want it. I'm not gonna spend $40 and then be disappointed.
It's true. And then I think I was talking to Chris Jacobson, man, and we were saying how when they had it there, it must have been on draft because it was the same experience we had where you're just like, oh shit, I can't believe how good this is. But then when you open it in the bottle, I'm having it and I'm just like, yo, I'm sharing a bottle, and I'm like, yo, this is not the same beer. Like it's a shell of itself. Like all those things are there, just really dialed down. You know,
Maybe you need to like shake it a little bit, like one of those like
like a shake weight, like a weight shake weight.
or no, like a juice that's like it just all settles. You're like, all right, turn it over before you open.
It's not the same, and I was disappointed in that, because I'm like, I'm like, damn, is it really change? So because that party, the Goose preview party, is like a full month before these beers hit the general public, and I'm like, well, damn, is it changing that much in 2 weeks? If it changed this much in 2 weeks, and if the general public doesn't stand a chance at trying it the way we tried it.
Right.
So I'm trying to understand that more. So I almost want to go to Clybourne and have it on draft, if it is on draft, and just see if there's a difference between draft and can or bottle.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But yeah. No other plans. How about you? You hitting up plans to go anywhere or?
I doubt it, but who knows, man. I haven't been out in a while. I was looking, check on my notes here, man, because I did see some things that caught my eye.
Sketchbook has their tasting going on for their barrel aged series.
Oh, Sketchbook?
Yeah.
Nice. I do love some Sketchbook.
Nick's just checking his notes here.
I just lied to you, Brad. I have nothing.
You have no notes? You look at your notes and it was blank?
I have no notes in my fucking phone, man. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I do feel like it's going to be since it's going to be nice, or should still kind of be nice, it's going to be a busy weekend out there if you do plan to go anywhere.
Yeah.
I was also thinking about like stops like Buckle Down or Flossmore kind of like crossed my mind.
Wow.
See what do you think they're doing? Same thing probably,
Bourbon
right?
barrel aged. I was gonna call it Big Lebowski, but they got a bourbon barrel aged brown ale.
Oh, okay.
That's actually pretty good. Yeah. They when you look at Phobab history, it's weird because Goose and Flossmoor Station and Rock Bottom are still all like top 10 all time in wins, and it was the Flossmoor Station brown ale that just kind of anchoring that barrel program, and then like the late 90s, early 2000s, it was all about Flossmoor Station's barrel age program. It was so weird. And that's still one of the only places, I don't know if they do it now, but I've been to 2 places where they just you ask for a flight and they give you the round the world of every beer on draft. One was Russian River.
Right.
And then the other one was Flossmoor Station.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You go, it's like fucking 12, 13 beers on this fucking platter.
I don't know if I need that many if I go there, but I'm not going to go there. But it just happened to cross my mind. I can't even remember the last time I've been to Flossmoor.
I took my kid there like 3 summers ago because she wanted to get on the little train and ice cream and all that kind of shit. It's just straight up family restaurant, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I think we're going to sip on a little more of this, and then we're going to open some cans of Cruz Blanca's beer, so look for that. Nick's just swirling up the beer here. Anything else before we get out of here?
No, man. Half Acre needs to put the ABV on these because I'm drinking it like there's not a big deal.
It's just water.
And now I'm feeling it, man.
Cool. All right. Nick, where do people find you? Get in touch when we're not here.
Hey, man. I'm on Twitter at Nicosio.
And I'm on Twitter at BRAD, Chicago Beer Pass. Instagram, Twitter, website, chicagobeerpass.com. And we should be back next week with some more beer and some more adventures. Take care.
Cheers.